King read the Homer cocktail. Sooner or later, the question comes up in every medical student's career. How much shock trauma can the patient stand? Different instructors answer the question different ways. But cut to its base level, the answer is always another question. How badly does the patient want to survive? January 26th. 2 days since the storm washed me up. I paced the island off just this morning, some island. It is 190 paces wide, as thick as a point, and 267 paces long from tip to tip. So far as I can tell, there's nothing on it to eat. My name is Richard Pine. This is my diary. If I'm found when I can destroy this easily enough. There's no shortage of matches and heroin. Plenty of both. Neither of them worth doodly squat here. So I will write. It will pass time, anyway. If I'm to tell the whole truth, and why not? I sure have the time. I'll have to start by saying I was born Richard Pinzetti in New York's Little Italy. My father was an old world guinea. I wanted to be a surgeon. My father would laugh, call me crazy, and tell me to get another glass of wine. He died of cancer when he was 46. I was glad. I played football in high school. I was the best damn football player my school ever produced. Quarterback. I made all-city my last 2 years. I hated football. But if you're a poor wop from the projects and you want to go to college, sports are your only ticket. So I played, and I got my athletic scholarship. In college, I only played ball until my grades were good enough to get a full academic scholarship, pre-med. My father died 6 weeks before graduation, good deal. Do you think I wanted to walk across that stage and get my diploma and look down and see that fat grease ball sitting there? Does a hen want a flag? I got in a fraternity too. It wasn't one of the good ones, not with a name like Pinzetti, but a fraternity all the same. Why am I writing this? It's almost funny. No, I take that back, it is funny. The great Dr. Pine, sitting on a rock in his pajama bottoms and a t-shirt, sitting on an island almost small enough to spit across, writing his life story. Am I hungry? Never mind. I'll write my goddamn life story if I want it. At least it keeps the mind off my stomach, sort of. Changed my name to Pine before I started med school. My mother said I was breaking her heart. What heart? The day after my old man was in the ground, she was out hustling that Jew grocery down the end of the block. For someone who loved the name so much, she is one hell of a hurry to change her copy of it to Steinbrunner. Surgery was all I ever wanted. Ever since high school, even then I was wrapping my hand before every game and soaking them after. If you want to be a surgeon, you have to take care of your hands. Some of the kids used to rag me about it, call me chicken shit. I never fought them. Playing football was risk enough. But there were ways. The one that got on my case the most was Howie Plosky, big dumb bohunk with zits all over his face. I had a paper route. I was selling the numbers along the papers. I live coming in a lot of ways. You get to know people, you listen, you make connections. You have to. When they're hustling the street, any asshole knows how to die. The thing to learn is how to survive. You know what I mean? So I paid the biggest kid in school, Ricky Brozzi, $10 to make Howard Foster's mouth disappear. Make it disappear, I said. I'll pay you $1 for every tooth you bring me. Rico brought me 3 teeth wrapped in a paper towel. He dislocated 2 knuckles doing the job. So you see the kind of trouble I could have gotten into. In med school, while these suckers were wearing themselves ragged trying to bone up, no pun intended, haha. Between waiting tables or selling neckties or bucking floors, I kept the rackets going. Football pools, basketball pools, a little policy. I stayed on good terms with the old neighborhood. I got through school just fine. I didn't get into pushing until I was doing my residency. I was working in one of the biggest hospitals in New York City. At first it was just prescription blanks. I sell a tablet of 100 blanks to some guy from the neighborhood. I need forged names of 40 or 50 different doctors on them. Using writing samples, I'd also sell it. The guy would turn around and peddle the blanks on the street for $10 or $20 a piece. The speed freaks and the nodders loved it. And after a while, I found out just how much a balls up the hospital drug room was in. Nobody knew what was coming in or going out. There were people lugging the goodies out by the double handfuls. Not me. I was always careful. Never got in trouble until I got careless. And unlucky. But I'm going to land on feet, I always do. I can't write anymore. My wrist's tired. And the pencil's dull. I don't know why I'm bothering anyway. Somebody will probably pick me up soon. January 27th. The boat drifted away last night and sank in about 10 feet of water off the north side of the island. Who gives a rip? The bottom was like Swiss cheese after coming over the reef anyway. But I was taking off anything that was worth taking 4 gallons of water, a sewing kit, a first aid kit, this book I'm writing, which is supposed to be a lifeboat inspection log. That's a laugh. Who ever heard of a lifeboat with no food on it? The last report written in here is August 8th, 1970. Oh yes, 2 knives, 1 dull, and 1 fairly sharp, 1 combination fork and spoon. I'll use them when I eat my supper tonight. Roast rock, haha. Well, I did get my pencil sharpened. When I get off this pile of guano splattered rock, I'm going to sue the bloody hell out of Paradise Lines Incorporated. That alone is worth living for. And I am here to live. I'm going to get out of this. Make no mistake about it. I'm going to get out of this. Later, when I was making my inventory, I forgot one thing. 10 kilos of pure heroin with about 350 thou, New York street value. Here it's worth El Zilcho. Sort of funny, isn't it? Ha ha.